So you saw in the title, declining Bitcoin prices. Yes, it has been happening. Bitcoin has gone from a high of around 65,000 US dollars, now crashing all the way to nearly $30,000 at one point. Currently, we're standing at about $39,000, but we can see here that the price of Bitcoin has gone down massively from its original peak. And this has happened in a very short amount of time. Now, if you are more experienced in cryptocurrencies, you will know that these kinds of actual drops are not that uncommon. You know, cryptocurrencies are volatile. However, if you're new here, then you might be really panicking at this point. I recently had a friend, and I'll show you here on the charts what happened exactly, who bought in Bitcoin at about the top of the market here. And of course, the prices have been going down massively since, and they actually sold out of panic. And now they've actually lost money. And I've heard stories of similar people buying at the top, selling at the bottom, the price is going down, and then them seeing the prices start going back up again, and then they start buying. So this is definitely not what you want to be doing. Of course, this is not financial advice or anything like that, but we want to be smart about how we're investing and not just going in, buying prices because they're going up and then selling them as soon as they start going down. That is one surefire way to actually lose money. So if you're new to the channel, guys, welcome to Maximise Your Money. I'm Jay Campbell. Here we talk about stocks, investing and cryptocurrency from a UK perspective. If you like money and cryptocurrency, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. So with that being said, let's just go into a few things that we can do in this current situation in order to stay calm and actually not lose money in the ideal scenario. So if we just go back a little bit, we can see here that historically, Bitcoin has these approximate 4-year cycles. So here we had the top of the market in 2017. There was a period where prices would go up for about a year and a half, which is what we call the bull market. And then they'll start to bottom out for about 2.5 years and then enter again into another bull market. So these cycles are quite predictable so far because of what we call the Bitcoin halving events. And there's something called the Bitcoin Golden Bull Ratio, which I potentially will do a video on that really outlines this, but I just thought I'd let you know really where this kind of thinking and line of reasoning comes from. So you can do your own research on that. But we can see here that now the price of Bitcoin has really gone down quite a lot, and many are panicking, thinking that we may have entered a bull market. And the reason why this is such a shock to most is that actually many people weren't expecting this. Based on historic data, typically most people are expecting the bull market to end somewhere between September and the end of the year. So for us being sat in the middle of May to kind of experience this is a little early, what people think. We have seen a few things happen in the market so far where the actual current swings in prices of Bitcoin can be due to some massive manipulation. There's a pattern that hedge funds have been known to use to cause manipulation called the wick-off pattern, which I'll get up on the screen here for you. And we have seen this play out pretty much to the T in the Bitcoin charts as well. So, you know, it's very kind of coincidental that we've had a lot of negative news all of a sudden as well. It seems pretty coordinated. However, I'm not going to get into any conspiracy theories. I will let you do the research on that. But at this time, what are you going to do now the actual prices have gone down massively? So if you're somebody that is currently looking at your accounts and seeing that your portfolio has gone down a lot, if you are, of course, in a position where you are now in a minus balance, so you are down, had actually originally invested, then at that point, rather than accepting a loss, you just might want to hold and kind of wait out for the market to kind of come back up. Or another thing that you can do is if you are, of course, in a position where you're still in profit, maybe you do want to start taking profits at this point just as a precaution. I did do a video last week explaining about what you should do when you do start to have all these explosive triple-digit gains. So do check out that if you haven't already. And another thing that you could do is actually sell and run for the hills. And that might not be the best strategy if you're somebody that has obviously made a loss. But if you're really concerned that the prices are going to go down and that you really need that money for something else, then maybe that's the best thing for you. Of course, none of this is financial advice, but this goes to show the importance of why it's so key to only invest what you're willing to lose, because especially in cryptocurrency, even it can happen in the stock market, the prices of your assets can literally go down in a heartbeat. So you just want to be in a position where everything you've got invested is money that you're comfortable being without. You know, when the prices rise, absolutely great. You can start slowly taking profits or do whatever you want. But you know, the last thing you want to do is when the prices are massively declining, is to pull all your money out at a loss and then have to buy back in when the prices are going back up again. Now, nothing in cryptocurrency is guaranteed. One thing that I'm personally doing is just holding throughout this time. I've slowly been taking some profits out of my altcoins, for example, during this cycle. So I'm pretty happy about that. However, I guess the key thing is that I am somebody that does believe in the future of cryptocurrencies and decentralization, and I do see a long-term future in what I do invest in. Yes, there are going to be cycles. However, as I follow in my own advice of only investing what I'm willing to lose, that this money that I got invested, you know, even though I see the prices going down, it doesn't matter because that is all part of the game. I know that this is going to happen over the long term anyway. I slowly take profits and just ride out the rest of the game for the long term. So, you know, if we are going to enter into a bear market now, then hey ho, it is what it is. If we're just seeing a bit of manipulation and the prices go back up, absolutely great. But either way, we don't know what is going to happen. We're just going to have to wait to see what does happen. Of course, you know, this is the game of crypto and the stock market. And the best thing that we can do is really just align our strategies to make sure that we're being sensible, we're doing something that works for us, and that we're not just panicking and literally like losing out just due to our emotions and not actually being structured in what we're doing. So that's all of my tips and things that I'm doing as part of my actual strategy during this time. So I hope that was helpful. If you like this content, make sure you give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.